Hey guys, Brian here from Liquid Concepts. So another edition of some deer skulls that we're going to be dipping. This one is our, let's see here, it's our True Fall Camo. The part number on it is, it's our True Fall Camo. The part number is SKO 397. And so we're going to be dipping a deer skull. And one thing to kind of remember on deer skulls whenever you're dipping them is most of the time patterns don't really matter. I mean, you could dip them and they look great, you know. But one thing to kind of keep in mind is let me grab that bubble out of there. One thing to kind of keep in mind is that you normally want the pattern to be going a certain way, and that certain way is going to dictate how that pattern looks. And so, like, what I mean by that is the camouflage. If you take a deer skull like this right here, it's going to look kind of weird having the trees going left and right versus if you have your trees going up and down, it looks like it flows with it. Because if your deer skull's sitting like that, trees don't grow left and right, they grow up and down, right? So if your deer skull is going to be sitting like this on a pedestal, on a mount, anything like that, it's more appeasing to the eye whenever you have that skull with your trees going up or going down, whichever way, doesn't really matter, but you just want them going up and down in that fashion. And so sometimes you might actually have to cut a little bit more film. Instead of dipping it like this, you now have to dip it like that to make your trees run the right way that they're supposed to go. And so on this one, you can kind of see here, kind of flip it over, but you can kind of see how if we turn this one way or another, it all makes a big difference in which way that pattern's going to run. So we'll go ahead and dip this, and let you guys see it. Again, this is one of our newer patterns that we got here at Liquid Concepts. You can also check them out on the website, liquidconcepts.com. But it's a great pattern to work with. It's pretty much just a generic camouflage. It's really vibrant, looks good, and I think you guys are really going to like it. So let me activate this and I'll show it to you. Alright, so we're probably going to wait on this one. Looks like my air kind of pushed that film out a little bit. So whenever you have something like that, if you think that you can do it, it's probably not going to work. But if you know you can do it, now you're getting somewhere. So looks like this one's going to be a bust. I wish it was going to be better. It laid out great. Everything worked great except for my second pass. It actually blew the pattern back this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay another one down, we'll spray it out, and see if we can get a little bit better results on it. So we'll have you fixed up with another video here shortly. All right?
What happened?
The pattern just kind of like blew out, and then
Oh, I see.
so it's just not worth it.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll try this again on version 2, see if we can't get it. You know, sometimes it's just one of those things. Sometimes the film doesn't want to act right, something happens, you wait too long, you didn't activate it right. I mean, it's just part of it. But the thing about that is, to kind of take away from that, is that, you know, if I was to dip that, my pattern would have been kind of all crooked, right? And I don't want it to look like that. So I just chalked it up as a loss. That's the cheapest way to let it go at that point. Because if I would have dipped that and it wouldn't have looked good, I would have had to have redone my skull, re-sanded everything, re-primered everything, painted it, and it just wouldn't have been a good deal, right? So we're going to grab some more film we got right here, and we're going to actually this time we're probably going to lay it in corner to corner. A little bit harder to work with sometimes towards the end of the roll, and so we'll lay this down again. You can see how it's wanting to kind of lift up on me. It's not really a big deal. It's not going to hurt anything except for that right there. So it looks like we're going to try version 3. Got a little water on top, and some days it's like that. Alright, so they say third time's a charm, right? So let's see what we can try to do with this. So we'll lay our film down like this here. Now sometimes if you have a really hard film to work with, sometimes you may have to kind of let that film sit there in that water and kind of pretty much soften up. And so that's what we're kind of doing here. We're just lightly letting it settle down, and then it's going to soften up to where it'll pretty much lay back down on the water. Now we got a little bit of water right in here, not a big deal. Kind of blow that bubble out a little bit, because the main thing is even though we got some water right in here, we can still dip in this area right here, and that's what we're mainly concerned with. So for me, the water on the side here, not really a big deal at all. Now we do have a little bubble right there that we can push out like that if we want, or of course we can blow it out. It's strictly up to you guys on what preference that y'all like. So we'll go ahead, put our dams in there a little bit tighter. We'll pull this in and we'll get that going. And so I've got a couple of bubbles. I got one right here, one right here, one right there. If you want to get them out, you can push on them. Not really too keen on pushing on them, because you know, if you push too hard, you're going to get this right here where the water actually just came up on it, or you pushed it so much it went right down into the water. So everybody's got their own preference on what they like. For me, I prefer just trying to either blow it out or using the activator gun and using the air to blow it out. So we'll go ahead and grab some gloves on, and we'll see what we can do with this one. All right. Alright, so the film's looking really good on the water. I started it a little late, so we're going to go ahead and turn it off. It's going to be right on the money for the time that it sat on there. So, silence that a little bit. So, we're going to grab our activator gun, spray it on here. That looks a lot better on the water. And again, we're going to hold it something like this right here. That way we get coverage all the way around. And so we're going to start right here and go down slowly and smoothly in the water. Once we've got it in, we'll shake it out, kind of get some of that film away from it. It's not going to hurt it if you pull it back up out of the film, but it's probably just a good idea just to kind of get it out away from it. And there you go. So again, this is our it's our all seasons camouflage. This is, I hate leaking air hoses. This is on our website. You can check it out, liquidconcepts.com. But the product number on it is SKO397. but definitely a very realistic, very HD looking camouflage. Dip's really nice. Great pattern to work with. So if you're in the neighborhood or in the market for just a generic camo that looks good and dips really well, definitely check that one out. So if you have any questions or anything, you can give us a call. Our number is 501-455-5500, or you can also go online to the website liquidconcepts.com and check it out. And if you have any comments, definitely post them below. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.